For the Rams, Lance Zierlein, that comes with the 5th pick of the 2nd round at number 36 overall. Who are you looking at there?
Well, they got to get a cornerback now, so let's go ahead and take Kelee Ringo. I think that's a guy who is going to slide into the 2nd round, but obviously he's going to go early in the 2nd round, and why not to the Rams? I mean, the Rams need to find corner. Ringo is a big 200-plus corner with size. He's physical. He can press. I think there's still some question about the best way to utilize him from a scheme standpoint, but I think his physicality and ability potentially to even transition over to a safety spot if need be in the future, I think those are all advantageous. But he's got traits. He can run. He's got size. He's physical, and he's got that Georgia winning pedigree. Let's go with a cornerback right there early in the 2nd round, Kelee Ringo.
Rams have had some great success in this area of the draft. Could continue that with Kelee Ringo. Let's move on to the Miami Dolphins. Don't come on the clock until 51 in the 2nd round. What do you got?
Yeah, this is a perfect opportunity for Mike McDaniel to get someone that they need in this offense. They didn't like Mike Gesicki, so they move on from him. But how about Darnell Washington coming over from Georgia to give them the George Kittle-like tight end presence that they need? Not George Kittle in terms of what you do as a pass catcher, but what George Kittle is able to do on the edges, sealing the edges, allowing you to get to that perimeter running game. At 51, he might be there, even though we've talked about him a lot as a first-round pick. He might be sitting squarely in the crosshairs for the Dolphins, middle of the 2nd round.
Cynthia, the Broncos are waiting patiently all the way to number 67. What could be on the draft board for them at that point?
A guy who loves the end zone from SMU. I'm looking at Rashee Rice here. Rashee Rice is interesting data. Why? Because he was really good using screens, but also on deep receptions, which is, you don't often see that. You kind of see more of a specialist in one versus the other. He actually has markers to have a lot of upside for yards after the catch at the next level. I think this is a piece that Sean Payton could be like, yes. And by the way, 19 touchdowns in 2 seasons, 10 last year. I mean, look, they've also had good luck with SMU receivers. Emmanuel Sanders was pretty good for them, but I'm not saying he's that good. I'm just saying that this is a nice pick for the Broncos.
Okay, Lance, let's move to the Cleveland Browns as we get all the way into the 3rd round at number 74 when they come on the clock. What do you got there?
Yeah, they don't pick until the 3rd round. And, a lot of people are going to say defensive line, but I'm going to go Tank Bigsby, running back. If you've watched Cleveland Browns football, you recognize that the running game, and it's not just, Nick Chubb, who's fantastic. It's been Hunt in years past. That's a big part of who they are, having a dual threat running attack, having a two-headed monster. And I think that's a really important thing to have for Deshaun Watson as he continues to try to work his way back into quarterback shape, shake the rust off. Tank Bigsby's physical. He really runs with great contact balance and physicality after first contact, and he can catch the ball a little bit too. So I think continuing to hammer people on the ground with the running game is really important for Cleveland's identity. So it wouldn't shock me to see at least one of those first 3rd round picks turn into a running back.
All right, I like that thought process there. Lance, thanks very much, and thanks for being with us here on Path to the Draft today. Let's move to the 49ers, who are waiting longer than anybody at number 99 overall. Where are they going?
So we're going to fix the Niners secondary because they lost Jimmy Ward in free agency. So let's go Jamie Robinson from Florida State, an ideal slot corner, hybrid safety type that really fills that description when it comes to being able to play near the line of scrimmage, play in the box, tough, tenacious tackler, good ball skills, very active. Man, the bottom of the 3rd round, you're the San Francisco 49ers. If he's there, man, he feels a huge need for this team that loves to play nickel coverage. I like it. I like that fit. I think John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan would love to add him to that defense.
Well, the Rams are certainly used to this scenario where you got to kind of wait and hope and bite your fingernails and hope that Cole Strange doesn't end up going in the 1st round. Kidding. We'll see what happens this year, but fun to watch these teams get on the draft clock.